Number 1 is going to be Takalani. Number 2, Linda Kushle. Number 3 is Tertia. Right. Oh, where's Takalani gone? Takalani took his hand on. Takalani, are you still wanting to answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Takalani, you're going to do number 1 for us.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I said 4,56 times 3,2, and I added a 0.
Why did you add a 0?
Ma'am, because, ma'am,
Have you done, Takalani, have you done the multiplying decimals with us before?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can you remember what we do when we're multiplying? What do we do with our decimals?
Oh, ma'am, we count how many, ma'am, the eyes.
Yes, we count how many decimals there are altogether. Okay, and that's going to tell us that we need, how many decimal places do we need?
Ma'am, 2.
1, 2, 3. Because we've got a 5, the 6, and the 2. So that's going to give us 3 decimal places, hey? Okay, Takalani, you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Okay, so we count how many decimal places we've got all together. What's our next step? What's our next step?
Ma'am, we times.
Now we forget about our comma and we multiply our numbers together. Okay, so we say 4, 5, 6 times 32. Oh, I did plan on giving you guys a quicker one to multiply. Hey, sorry, my computer's just deciding to load itself. Hold on, my pen battery might be dying. Oh, that's very strange. Has my share gone away, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Is it back?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
awesome?
Yes,
I have no idea what just happened.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, that's very strange. Okay, I must have pushed a weird button or something. Okay, let's see if I can get my pen working again. And we're gonna say 4, 5, 6 times 32. I don't think my computer likes the horrible weather we're having in Cape Town. Okay, so now we're going to multiply. Okay, Takalani, do you want to talk me through the multiplying? Takalani. Okay, while we wait for Takalani to come back, then we're going to, that's right, Nima, we throw them away into space and we multiply like normal. Okay, so we're going to say 2 times 6 is 12. So I put down my 2 and I carry my 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus the 1 that I carried is 11. So put down my 1, carry my 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Fabulous. Takalani, is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Okay, what's my next step, Takalani? What do I need to do in my next line?
Ma'am, plus.
Before I can add, what must I add? What must I put under the 2 in the units column? The magic 0. Okay, or the golden 0. And now what do I do? Now I need to multiply by the 3 here.
3 times 6, 18.
Put down my 8, carry my 1. Good.
15 plus 1 is 16. 3 times 5.
Yeah, so there was our 15 plus 1 is 16. And now 3 times 4 is?
12 plus 1, 13.
And now I?
Ruler line and plus.
And I add, excellent. Okay, so 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. 3 plus 1 is 4. And 1. And now what? Takalani, now what do I do?
You look at
That's right. I look at how many decimal places I need. and I pop them back in. Okay, and I need 3 decimal places. So I start at the back and I go, there's 1, 2, 3, and I plump my comma back in there. And so my answer is 14,592. Okay. So I place the decimal. Boosie, what's your question?
Are you going to teach us other methods?
No, not at the moment. We're going to finish off with multiplying tonight. So this is the method that my kids that I teach in class find the easiest method to do. Okay, so if your teacher has a different method that they make you use, then you use your teacher's method. Okay, but in this method, the easiest way to do it is just to count the number of decimal places you've got. And so in this sum, I've got 1, 2, 3. Then I forget about my comma, I do the multiplication, and then I make sure I end up with 1, 2, 3 decimal places at the end. Okay, and I put my comma in after those 3. All right. So if this, basically, I think this is this your first lesson? If it is, then you can go back, once you've signed up with Watobe, you can go back onto the website. And we did last week on Wednesday and on Monday, then we did some multiplying decimals then. So you can have a look and see how to do them if you stuck. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. We had Linda Kuchler was going to do the second one for us. Linda Kuchler, take it away.
Hi, ma'am.
Hey, what do I do?
Ma'am, so we're gonna first start off with 1, 2, 7, 8, then 9.
Wait, we're gonna start with my 9.
Ma'am, under the 8. Then the 9 under the 7. And the 9 under the 2.
Okay.
There's your minus sign. Then, ma'am, we're going to say 8 minus 9, which cannot go. So we're going to cancel our 7 and put a 6 on top of our 7.
Good.
And add a 1. So we're going to say 18 minus 9, which is 9.
Okay.
Then we got our answer. Then we're going to move on to the next sum. 6 minus 9 cannot go, so we're going to have to cancel from the 2 and add a 1 at the top. Then we're going to say 16 minus 9, which is 7.
Okay.
Then we're going to put our comma.
Okay, so we didn't put our comma in our questions. Let's put our comma in our answer. All right, so commas all go underneath each other. Good.
Then we're going to say 1 minus 9, which cannot go. Cancel the 1 from the other side and add it. 11 minus 9, which is 2.
And there we have our answer, 2,79. Fabulous. Well done. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Okay. So I know there are a few people last week who struggled with, we called it borrowing, and then the Kuchler's called it cancelling, which is a perfectly good way of calling it. Okay. So just remember, if we struggling with that, with the borrowing, then you might just need to look back in your books to earlier on in the year when you did some subtracting. Okay. So you're borrowing a 10 or 100 or 1,000 from the next column over. Okay, because you don't have enough to work with. All right, Tertia.
Ma'am, I'm not sure if you can hear me right now, but I can't hear you.
Oh no, that's no good. Who's talking? Oh, you won't be able to hear me say that. That's
Lande. I'll help her. It's Lande.
Okay, thanks, Teacher Cat. All right, doesn't help to ask if they can hear me here. Tertia.
Well, ma'am, when you said we have to raise up our hands, I was going for number 1.
Oh.
And then another kid came for number 2, and then he went off. Then you said, Tersh, you're doing number 2, and then he came back on. I don't know how. And then I'm doing number 3, and Mom, I don't know how to do number 3.
Okay, well, let's work through it.
Okay.
You can help me work through it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I read, ma'am?
Who's asking if they can do it?
Me, ma'am.
Who's me? I need a name.
Letabo.
Letabo. Okay, Letabo,
Yes,
do you want to help Tertia through it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Letabo, help Tertia through it. What must she do first?
Okay, ma'am, you're gonna say 1,03, ma'am, plus 5,01.
And I'm going to stop you. What have we forgotten that we need to use?
The 2.
BODMAS, ma'am.
Badness.
BODMAS, our favorite, BODMAS.
BODMAS.
Okay, so let's have what must I do first according to BODMAS?
Brackets first, ma'am.
I have to multiply first. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so first I'm going to have to say 2 times 5,1. Hey,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, so walk me through the 2 times 5,1.
Ma'am, 5, ma'am, you're gonna say 5,1 times 2, ma'am.
Okay,
Ma'am, 2 times 1 is 2, ma'am.
yep,
5 times 2 is 10, ma'am.
and I've got 1 decimal point in my question, so I need 1 in my answer. Hey,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, so I've got 10,2. Awesome. I'm going to ask Tertia, what must we do next?
Sorry, ma'am. I was trying to calculate the thing on myself. I wasn't paying attention, ma'am. I don't know where you are. I was trying to. Like-
So we've multiplied. We've said 2 times 5,1, and Letaba got us to 10.2, 10,2, which is right. So now what's next?
To calculate the sum, ma'am.
Calculate the sum. Okay, so Letaba, do you want us to carry on?
Ma'am,
So now we need to add the 1.03, yes?
Ma'am, can I
Ma'am.
ask him, please?
Hold on, let's see if Letaba can get it. Oops, sorry guys. Let's see if Letaba can get it. All
and
right.
then I'm gonna say 1,03, ma'am.
Okay.
Then ma'am, then you're gonna add a magic 0, ma'am, there by the top.
I just want to erase my line quickly. You are quite correct. I'm going to add a magic 0, my placeholder. Okay, so we're going to call it a placeholder as its real name. Right, so we add a placeholder. Okay, and now what?
Then ma'am, you plus, ma'am, 0 plus 3 is 3, ma'am. 2 plus 0 is 2.
Yep,
0 plus 1 is 1.
good.
And then you add the 1, ma'am.
Fabulous. And we get 11,23. Fabulous. Well done. Thank you. Tertia, do you agree with him?
Yeah, it's just that I'm not used to the sum.
That's okay. That's absolutely perfect. That's fine. That's why you're here. Okay. Okay. So remember,
I'm confused.
okay, so I know I put it in there on purpose to confuse us. Okay, because when we get confused, that's when we start learning, right? So we will learn when we work through something that's a bit more tricky than we used to. Okay, that's what learning is all about. So remember in maths, when you have lots of operations, when you've got a plus and a minus and a brackets and a times and a divide and an exponent all in one long line in one sum, then we must use BODMAS. Okay.
Oh.
So when we've got lots of different operations that we're doing, when we've got lots of different timesing, dividing, adding, and subtracting, then we need to use BODMAS because that's the order of the operations. These little guys, I don't know if you've been taught this, but these guys, the times, divide, add, and subtract, these are called operations. So their fancy name is operations. Okay, because that's telling us what job we're going to do. Okay, and so BODMAS is our order of operation. It's the order that we're going to do the different parts in. Okay, so because we've got a plus and we've got a times, that means we need to use BODMAS, and BODMAS says I must times before I can add. So we have to do the timesing first, and then we can add after. Does that make
Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
Since on Monday was a holiday and we couldn't like do the normal lesson, does that still count that today is quiz day?
No, we're not having a quiz today.
Yes. I mean,
Like, oh no, I think is what you mean, hey? No, there's no quiz today. It's the last lesson of the term. You can't have a quiz on your last day of term. That's just mean, right? I'm not mean. Not today. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on. Maria, have you got a question?
No, ma'am.
Oh, is your hand up from earlier? Okay. All right. Lucy, have you got a question? Okay, well, wait for Lucy. Kiddo, have you got a question?
Sorry, I'm late, ma'am.
That's okay. Don't worry about being late. It happens. Life happens. Yeah, no problem. Lesego, have you got a question?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the question, Bug?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask how you got the 1,03.
It's in the question. So it's there. That's my question. Okay.
Oh,
So it's
yes,
in my
thank you,
sum.
ma'am.
Pleasure. Motebang, have you got a question?
Yes. No, ma'am. Does it mean that if you make the sum like this one, and it says, and you use BODMAS, that means that it's like you have to use it correctly, like on a pattern line, like correctly, like 1, 2, like that. So that means like first is times because it's before like plus addition. So it makes sense, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
'Cause
thank you, ma'am.
if you do it the other way around, you're not going to get the same answer. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So if we do it the other way around, we're not always going to get the same answer. So we have to do it the right way around. Okay. All right. Kiddo, have you got a question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to lower your hand for you then. All right. Okay. Okay. So we're going to do, because I know there's a couple of people here who haven't done very much multiplying. We're going to do 2 more multiplying only, and then we're going to go into dividing decimals, because dividing decimals is everybody's favorite. All right. So I'm going to give you 4 minutes. Or should I give you 5 minutes? No, I'll give you 4 minutes. I think you can do it. 4 minutes to try A and B. See how far you can get. If you can only do 1, that's also absolutely fine. Okay. So remember, we count how many decimal places we've got, and we write down how many they are. And then we throw away our commas into the universe, do our multiplication, and then put our commas back in the answer. Okay. So off you go. You've got 4 minutes to work on this.
I'm done, ma'am.
Good. If you finish, you just stay on mute and you enjoy being finished while you wait for us. Remember, we're
Hannah,
doing...
may I please answer A?
I'm going to do fastest finger again. So all hands are down until I do fastest finger to make it fair.
Wait, ma'am, before you do the fastest finger, it won't be fair if Bruce something has his hand up right now.
No, it won't be. And I'm going to lower everybody's hands before I do fastest finger. Okay.
Wait, ma'am, it's a question.
Okay, so Buckley, ask me your question, my love.
Ma'am, I was not here when you guys did division, so I won't understand.
We haven't done division yet, so this is just the multiplication side of it. So when we're multiplying, okay, we look at how many decimal places there are altogether in our sum. Okay, so how many decimal places are there altogether? And we write it down. So in this one, I've got 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I've got nothing in that one. Sorry. I've got 2 decimal places only.
Decimal places.
So my answer was going to have 2 decimal places. Okay. And now I can forget all about my decimal and I can just times like normal. And then when I'm finished timesing, then I put my decimals back in at the end. Okay, so first I count how many decimal places I've got all together. I work out my sum, and then I put the decimals back in. Okay, does that help a little bit, Bushli?
Wait. Oh, ma'am, so you guys didn't do division?
Not yet, no.
Oh, I thought you guys did division. Never mind.
No, we're going to do division just now. Everyone's going to be on the same page just now. Okay.
Okay.
Kido, have you? No, Kido's hands down. No, Kido's back up. Have you got a question or is your hand up from earlier? You unmute, my love. There you go.
Can I please do A?
Nope. We're doing fastest finger. When I'm ready for fastest finger. Okay. Bulela, have you got a question?
Ma'am, should we, after we do the DP, should we leave the decimals, or when you're done like both of the multiplications, should we put the decimals back or should we just leave it?
No, you need to put your comma back in at the end in your answer. You don't have to put it in the question, you just put them back in the answer.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Lenati, have you got a question?
Yes, I wasn't here when we were doing multiplication, so I don't understand.
Okay, so just follow along for now. And then if you don't catch it by the end of us doing the next 2, then you can go back and watch the lessons from last week on the Watobe website. Okay, because we've done a couple of lessons last week on it. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can we are we doing the long division?
Oh, we'll get to division when we get there. Let's first finish the multiplication. Okay. Don't try the division ones yet. There we go. I'm hiding them now. Okay, right. Are we ready? Fastest finger in 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, Latabo and Tisha got her hand up in there. Oh, someone's hand disappeared. I think they double tapped by mistake. All right. Nima, you just missed out. Sorry, and Anati. All right. That was the fastest thing. That was the fastest I've ever seen 16 hands go up. I'm not going to lie. That was super fast, guys. Sure. Lightning fingers going on there. All right. Letabo, you are doing A for us. And then Tertia, you are doing B for us. All right.
May I
Letabo.
please quickly be excused?
You may absolutely be excused. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Letabo.
Yes, ma'am. I said 9,01, ma'am. Times 2, ma'am.
Okay.
Then I say 2 times 1 is 2, ma'am.
Yep.
Then I say 2 times 0 is 0.
Good.
And 2 times 9 is 18, ma'am.
Excellent.
Yes, ma'am.
And now?
Ma'am, then I count the 2 decimal places, ma'am, and I put the comma in behind the 8, ma'am.
Good. Okay, so we count our 2 decimal places and we count 1, 2 from the back, and then we're going to put our comma in there. and we end up with 18,02. Okay, well done, Latabo. Excellent. Very good job. Okay, so remember we count how many decimal places we've got all together. So we've got 1 here, and we've got another one here. So that makes 2 decimal places that we times, and then we put our decimals back in at the end. We go 1, 2, and we put our comma back. All right, Tertia, you're up for number B.
Ma'am, I wanted to give my turn to Nima.
You want to give your turn to Nima?
Yeah.
That's very kind of you. Right, Nima, you have been volunteered as tribute.
Thank you. So I count my decimal places and I have 2. Just remember that. Then I say 8 times 2 is 16. I carry the 1.
Oh, I'm going to set it up first. Okay, right. 8 times 2 is 16. Put down my 6, carry my 1.
And then I say 8 times 2 again is 16, plus the 1 is 17. Carry the 1 again.
Okay.
8 times 4 is 32. Plus 1 is 33.
Fabulous.
Add my magic 0 under the 6.
Cool.
Then I go 5 times 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 5 times 4 is...
There's another 5 times 2 first.
Oh, 5 times 2 again is 10, and then I add the 1, which is 11.
Good.
5 times 4 is 20, plus the 1 is 21. And then I add it.
Add them all together. Good.
6 plus 0 is 6. 6, not 7, not 6. 7 plus 0 is 7. 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 plus 1 again is 4. And then 2 plus 0 is 2. And then I add my decimal between the 4 and 7 because I have 2 decimal places.
Excellent. And you end up with 244,76. Well done. Very good job. Excellent. Okay, so guys, I think that you are on track with multiplying decimals. Okay, those of you who've been around for a while. If you have only just joined us, then don't stress. All these lessons are on the Watobe website, and you can go back and have a look at them. If you're stuck or if you're not sure what's going on, you can go back and you can re-look at the lessons that we did earlier on last week. All right, we did a couple of lessons Wednesday and Monday last week. We did multiplying decimals. Okay. All right. Did I hear ma'am? Did I hear ma'am? Nope, no ma'am. Okay. Can you pop your hands down unless you have a question for me? And we are going to take a quick little brain break before we do. We might not even get to dividing decimals. Let's see how it goes.
Ma'am,
we're gonna a quick brain break. Yes.
ma'am, about this, about B. So what's happening is that I went wrong somewhere and I'm not sure where. So can I just quickly explain to you and then
can I be
Yes.
excused?
you can tell me where I
You can
went
be
wrong.
excused. You don't have to ask if you can be excused, guys. Yes, so I'm going to put the brain teaser up so long, and then
Thank you,
you can
ma'am.
explain to me where you went wrong, or you can explain to me what you did, and I can see if you went wrong, if I can help you with that. Okay, so here's the brain teaser for everyone to have a look at. That's not going to help me see where you are, though. Hold on, we're going to do this. Hold on. We're going to do a little bit of shifty here. And I'm going to put the brain teaser up here so that you guys can see the brain teaser while I can see the other lesson that we were stuck with. Okay, so here we have the brain teaser. So you've got to figure out what each fruit stands for and then what the answer is for the last one. Okay, so that's everybody's brain teaser. And Keto's sibling is coming to say, how's it? Check at us in the camera. Hello. Coming to learn some grade 7 maths.
Done.
Okay, right. Okay, so who was it that was trying to tell me where they went wrong?
It was me, ma'am.
Okay, right. Who's me? Because I can't see who you are.
Luanje.
Okay, awesome. Right, tell me what you did.
So, ma'am, what was happening is that for me, sorry. So, ma'am, what was happening for me is that for 42.2 times 5.8, I basically removed the commas and they were both 110. So it was 422 times 558.
Yeah.
And then, ma'am, what else I did, I said 400 times 50 equals to 20,000. 20 times 50 equals to 1,000. 2 times 5 equals to 10. And then 4 times 8 equals to 32,000. No, 3,200. Yes. Then, ma'am, I said 20 times 8, which is 160. Then, ma'am, I also said 2 times 8, which is also 16. I added that all together, which gave me 24,386. And then, ma'am, I sort of just added the comma back at 3, and it gave me 243,86.
Okay, so I think what possibly happened there is that you made an adding error. So your method sounds fine. It's a long method, but if you're happy using that method, then that's cool. So your method sounds absolutely fine. I think what possibly happened is that when you added all of your different numbers up, you had it because you've actually just got a difference of 110. So you're adding at some point you added in an extra 100 or somewhere along the line you went wrong with the adding. I think that's the only problem that you've made because the rest of your method worked.
Okay.
Okay, so just double check your adding on that. But it sounds like your method is sound. Your method works. Okay, so I think
I see where I went wrong now.
have you found your mistake?
Yes.
Good. No, I did.
Yes, ma'am, I did find it.
Okay, so then have a look at so just with your adding, always make sure that you're really careful with your adding if you've got lots of numbers. Okay, but I'm glad you found where you went wrong.
Thank you,
All right.
ma'am.
Pleasure. Okay, can we have, I want to see, I'm going to ask people who I haven't heard from yet. Vongai. Is that how, I'm not sure if that's how I say your name. But Vongai, do you want to talk us through the brain teaser? How did we get to the answer? Oh, one guy's gone. I can't hear.
Ma'am, can I do it, please, ma'am? Please.
What's your name? Who's talking to me?
Owam.
Owam. Oh, Owam. Owam, the mathematician. Right, Owam, give it a shot.
Now, I see that the apple is 10. Because in order to get to 30, the easiest way is to say 10 plus 10 plus 10, which will give you 30, ma'am.
Okay.
That's how I got my first one. Then my second one, I said, okay, the apple is 10. So I put the 10 in my brain, and then I said the banana is 4. So if you say 4 plus 4, it's going to give you 8. Plus 10 is 18, ma'am. Number 2, I said, okay, if the banana is 4 and the answer is 2, which means that the coconut has to be 2. So then I said 2, I said 4 minus 2, which gave me 2. Then ma'am, I said, okay, the coconut is 2 plus 10 plus 4, which will give you 16.
Okay, so hold on, have a look here quickly. So you said the 2 coconuts is 2. So what would half of that be? What would the 1 coconut be?
Oh, it would be 1, ma'am.
1, okay. So we've got 1 plus the apple, which is 10, plus the banana, which is 4, which is going to give us all together.
Those are 3.
Oh, those are 3 bananas.
Yeah, 3, they're not 4.
Those are 3 bananas. Well spotted. Good shots. I didn't even see that with my tired eyes. Those are 3. Look, can you see there's 1, 2, 3 bananas, and here there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bananas. So each banana actually is 1 unit. So good job. So that's 3.
Ma'am, they
And so
look
all-
like there's 4, ma'am.
Does it look like there's 4? On my screen,
Yes,
it
ma'am.
looks like there's only 3. Look, there's 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm wearing my
All
glasses.
right. And so altogether we
Man,
get
the answer is 14.
14. Excellent. Check. My brain got teased more than your brains. Hey? Well done, guys. 14. Excellent. And my pen doesn't seem to want to be
Ma'am, I
writing.
wrote 16.
Did you write 16?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. We're going to try. Should we try another one? Should we try another one? Let's try another one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
Let's have our brains on fire. Right. We've got this one. So we said this guy's 14. Okay. And let's see, we've got another one. All right, now we've got emojis. So we need to look at our smiley faces and see if we can spot the patterns with the faces. Okay, so let's see. All hands are down. All hands are down. So lower your hand if your hand is up. Lower those hands. Hey, Wandile. Brain teasering. Okay, so you've got about a minute to brain teaser. See if you can figure it out.
Ma'am, this one is hard.
It is a bit harder. It is.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's already been easy.
This one's hard.
It is a tricky one.
I give up.
No, don't give up.
Me
Puzzle
too.
through it. No, guys. Okay, so let's go through it quickly. Let's work through it.
Wait,
Figure it
ma'am,
out.
why the answer is two? Ma'am, I'm almost having the answer. I almost have
Ma'am,
please have mercy, ma'am.
Hey, mute,
I do
mute.
not understand this.
That's okay.
Oh
it's
my
fine, it's okay.
goodness. Oh my
Of course,
goodness.
ma'am.
Oh,
What
panic,
just
guys.
happened?
Panic,
Yeah.
patience.
Ma'am,
This one looks dumb for me, man.
Everybody speak up.
Done.
Right,
What's the
everyone mute.
procedure? What's the procedure?
Mute,
I'm
mute,
already
mute.
done.
I have the answer.
You mute yourself, guys.
3 does not go into
Right.
27.
the fact
Then I can guess.
Oh, hold the horses, hold the
Ma'am,
horses.
can I please-
Who just
Okay,
said-
alright.
Everyone mute. Everybody mute. I think I heard someone say that 3 doesn't go into 27. Oh.
It was me.
there is no way, ma'am, because
was
3
me,
does
ma'am.
go into 7,
Oh,
27, 9 times.
9.
What's 3 times 9?
does get into 7, guys.
What's
It was
3
not me,
times
ma'am.
9?
Ma'am, 9
Sorry.
plus 9 plus 9 equals 27.
3 times 9 is 27. Oh, okay. Right. So a smiley face equals 9. So each little smiley face is 9. I'm going to do it in green. Okay, so the smiley face is on 9. So here we have another smiley face. Oh, my pen battery's low. That's not good. Here we have another little 9. Okay. So now we've got 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27. This is going to take a little bit of brain power, I think. All right. Now we need to think about BODMAS, right? Because we've got a times and we've got a plus. That's why I put this one in here. Morena's looking, what you talking about? Okay. So we need to think. Oh, this is a tricky one. Hey, guys. Wandile, what's your hand up for? Are you wanting to answer? Wandile? Okay, Wandile is gone. Mashlodi? Mashlodi?
Can I answer that one?
You want to give it a shot? You can give it a shot.
Ma'am, the face with the weight is it's 2, so it's 2 plus 9, and then 2 plus 9 it's 11 multiplied by 2.
Oh no.
Needs to get me to 80.
Oh.
All right.
Ma'am, can I do the next one because I got the answer with the next one.
Well, once we know what the winking face means, then we can work out the next one. Okay. So I'm going to help you with this one, right? So
Wait, ma'am.
yes.
Oh wait, never mind.
Okay, must I give you a clue for the winking face?
Ma'am.
Who's
Ma'am.
ma'aming? Yes. Yes.
Isn't it that the smiley face counts as 9? I think the winking face might be 70 or 60.
That's too big. That's too big because we need it to be smaller.
Oh,
but
there's
let's say
times.
it's the times there, right? So we need it to be much smaller. So I'm going to give you a clue. I'm going to tell you that it's 8, and you're going to check if I'm right or wrong. Okay. How do I know
Mom,
that
I was
it's 8?
so close to getting it, then you mentioned it. That was so unnecessary. I was just about to say 8.
My bad timing. Right, so 9 times 8 is 72. And 8 plus 72 gives me 80. Okay, so this is where we have to do a bit of playing with maths. Right, so now here we've got an 8. And we have an 8. And so 8 plus 8 times something else is 48. So 48 minus 8 is 40. 8 times what gives me 40?
82. 5.
8 times 5 is going to give me 40. So my sad face is 5. Oh, it's a very sad face. That's going to give me 48. Okay. So now I know what everything is. Okay, I've got 2 winking faces, which is going to give me 16. I've got a really sad face, which is 5.
5.
And I've got 2 smiley faces.
That's
which
my
is
face right
80.
now.
The smiley face, I hope, not the sad face.
5 times 18.
And so your job with the calculators is to work out the answer for me. Right, so you're going to work out your answer.
Ma'am.
It's 370.
Don't forget to use BODMAS.
Ma'am.
106.
Yes.
I got it.
Have you got it? Okay, let everyone else get it too. Okay, Claudia, what's the answer?
378.
378.
It's 106.
106.
Ma'am, 106, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I please try?
106, ma'am.
Remember,
Ma'am,
106, ma'am.
1,500.
Can I do it, please?
Ma'am, may I please try?
No, I'm going to tell you. The answer is 106 because we're going to run out of time. Okay, the answer is 106.
What?
Because first,
1,500.
I go to run. Oh, yeah.
Who added first? If you got a big number, then that means that you did the adding first. And you said 16 plus 5.
Ma'am, I said 340.
Oh, BODMAS, guys.
Ma'am, I done the adding and I still got it right, ma'am. I done the adding first, ma'am. And I still got it right. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no, that shouldn't be. No,
Ma'am, I
because
got it right.
21 times 18 is much bigger than 106. So I'm
My
not sure what
God.
happened there.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
All right. So remember, BODMAS is your friend. Whenever you can, use BODMAS. Okay. So that's your biggest thing is BODMAS, 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 BODMAS,
Ma'am,
BODMAS.
I did the calculations again, and people who said 378 didn't use BODMAS because they said 16 plus 5 first, and then they times it by 18, and then they got their answer.
I know. Okay, so BODMAS, guys, it's your friend. You must always use it. Guys? No. All right. So don't ever fail off if you don't get one of these, okay? Because these are tricky and they're designed to trick you. All right.
Ma'am,
Okay, yes. Who's mamming me?
are you gonna teach us beyond maths? Because that's what I'm learning in school. It's BODMAS with the exponents.
We did BODMAS earlier on in the year with whole numbers. And we're going to be doing, we'll probably do a little bit more BODMAS when we do integers next term, when we do negative numbers. Okay, but BODMAS is going to come up throughout. But there are lessons from, must be the end of January, early February, up on the Watobe website on all about BODMAS, because we definitely did some lessons on BODMAS earlier on this term. Okay, so you can always go back and have a look at the old lessons. Okay, guys, that's our lesson time is up. Okay, so our time is up for lesson. But Teacher Kat needs to talk to you about Holiday Club. All right, so Teacher Kat, I'm going to hand over to you. So everyone's going to mute. So everyone is muted so that Teacher Kat can talk to you. Otherwise,